Oh, the music. I wonder. How did we do this last time?
I think you had to stream it.
I had to stream it in Discord, didn't I? So let's see if we can get that going. Large city, whatever.
I don't hear anything at the moment.
Well, you might have to click
Maybe
on
I
the
gotta-
live. Yeah, you gotta click on the live. You want to hear something?
Let me go to it.
Still haven't gotten to figure out how to get the ads to stop playing on YouTube. So I still have to struggle with some ads, but
Is it playing?
should be.
I don't hear it.
Is it just that quiet?
I have
There you
this
go.
one that has no ads.
That one has no ads. Clicking on it right now. It says in all caps, no ads. So it's got to. That's got to be.
Therapy has always been
What?
the,
There's an
such a
ad.
scary idea to me because I simply did not.
We gotta listen to
At
this.
the beginning, yes.
Gotta listen to this therapy ad.
Oh. We could all use a little therapy.
True. Especially after last time, we should have a little recap.
Yes, please.
Let's see here. Oh, it was Keela's side quest. You guys rode into Helm's Hold. And the caravan driver dropped you off at the big church. Let's see here. Where's our live sessions? And you got roped into fighting some spell-plagued ghouls in the sanatorium. You guys crawled through the sanatorium, killed some ghouls, came across a leader, the Inquisitor of Death, and in the final battle, Lucian got a little tiny scar on his chest that was glowing blue. He got hit.
That's right.
He got hit with that big final blast of energy from the Inquisitor's body. You guys attended the concentration of the Helm. So you guys were in the big building and they did a big consecration to like basically activate its powers. And in all of that, Lucian, your scar stops hurting. It goes down to just hardly a line, and doesn't seem to be a problem right now.
Right now being the key word.
Right now being the key word.
For now.
So after that, after all that, Keela decided to gather you all up together and invites you to the Silver Chalice for the night. They've offered to pay, your tavern fees for the night, and the tavern and inn called the Silver Chalice. So as the sun begins to dip low below the horizon, Keela Stormshadow gathers the party together, inviting them to unwind after an intense events at the sanatorium. Yeah. So she's gonna lead you guys through. Yeah, she's gonna lead you guys through the streets. So you guys leave the sanatorium, and you guys kind of like walk into this, this small cozy tavern named the Silver Chalice. It's a local favorite for travelers and townfolk. It's known for its hearty meals, warm drinks, and quiet atmosphere. It's as you walk up to it, it's nestled between two stone buildings, and its wooden sign kind of swings gently in the evening breeze. It's engraved with an ornate chalice and shimmering silver trays. And you walk up and you guys kind of smell the faint smell of roasting meat and baking of breads. And when you walk in, there's just tons of sounds of laughter and soft music escape into the cold night.
Bree's gonna beeline it for the bar.
Yes, yeah, perfect. That's perfect. Yeah, you guys, as you enter, you're greeted by a crackling hearth, and the room is filled with a quiet, comfortable hum of conversation. There's clinking of mugs, the occasional burst of laughter, and a bard, this is great timing for the music, plays a soft tune on the lute in the corner. It's a little small, but it's welcoming. There's sturdy oak tables about, scattering the stone floor, most of them filled with townsfolk enjoying their evening.
I want to take like a nice cozy seat next to the fire and like say a silent prayer to Moonbow for having us be successful in our combat and just try to like hone my senses to the bustlingness around me.
Yeah, a quiet kind of cone goes around you as you pray, and you can feel your moon goddess's approval shining down on you. Brew, as you get to the bar, there's a human barkeep cleaning out mugs, and he kind of like looks you up and down and says, welcome to the Silver Chalice. What can I get you?
I'm gonna do a quick head count. There's 6 of us here, right? Or 5?
5, Keela says. Pretty sure it's 5, yeah. Keela, yeah.
Right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll get 5 tankards, please.
Keela comes up and places a handful of silver down on the table and stacks it up, gives it to the barkeep and says, "It's on me."
That's super nice. Thanks.
So yeah, she kind of gathers everybody up as you guys settle in. Keela raises her mug, offering a warm smile, and she says, "After everything we've faced, I thought y'all deserved a moment to relax. You know, we've really earned this one, don't you think?"
Hell yeah, we have.
Hear, hear.
Absolutely.
Her voice
Absolutely.
is a little light but sincere. Enjoy the night. There's no better place than the Silver Chalice to unwind and share stories. I'll be here, of course, but feel free to explore. The locals are always up for a bit of friendly conversation. I like that I wrote that, and then I just realized that it's basically making me do more work.
Nice.
Oh snap, I gotta come up with characters.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to come up with some names and backstories pretty quick.
Can I like sip this chalice, but having not really become accustomed to alcohol, I like down it because I find it very delicious and roll a Constitution saving throw
Yeah, that'd be good. Just
on
see
whether
if
I'm
you're-
drunk.
Yeah, yeah, because she cheers you all, you know.
Yeah, and I was just so enamored with the flavor. I got a 6, so I imagine I'm a bit drunk.
You're a little tipsy for sure.
Nice.
But you're not worried about it too much. You know, you feel like you're in a warm, safe, place of conversation. You're not really too worried about it.
I'm being very cautious as Nin is, and I have my hood up and I'm sipping my beer. And I'm kind of looking around. Is there like anyone I recognize? Is there like any organizations?
Roll me
or
a
groups?
perception check for me,
Right,
Nim.
pull up my dice. We are playing
Yeah.
D&D. Perception, you said?
Yeah.
Oh man, what's with my rolls? Okay.
Is that a good? What's with
Yeah,
my
yeah,
roll?
it's a
or-
good one. Yeah,
okay. All right.
23.
Jesus.
So, as the party enjoys their evening, a figure in the corner of the room catches your eye, Nimmin. A woman seated alone, sipping from a mug of cider. She's unremarkable at first glance, with simple brown clothing, but there's something about the way she holds herself. Her eyes are sharp, scanning the room with quiet awareness of someone accustomed to reading people. Her posture is relaxed, but there's a subtle tension in her stance, like a coiled spring waiting to move. You pick up on small details, though. A small slip of parchment folded carefully, the delicate Harper symbol faintly visible on the edge. She raises a drink to you, and your gaze meets from across the room. Her lips curl into a knowing, almost imperceivable smile. She holds your gaze for a moment longer than usual for a stranger before her eyes flick towards the bar.
I'm going to down my drink, and I'm going to stand up and say I'm getting another drink and head over to the bar.
So
Melara says, "Give me another one."
And I
This
give a
is
nod,
spirit,
sure
Nim.
thing.
I'm gonna go with Nim. You're gonna need someone to carry all the drinks because we're getting another round.
Without a word, excuse me, pepperoni. Without a word, she subtly places the folded paper. Hold on 1 second. Holy cow, that did not want to go down. Okay, without a word, she subtly places the folded paper on the counter in front of the barkeeper, making sure that you, Nimin, can see her hand. And then she turns her attention back to her drink as nothing has happened.
Do I see that?
Roll me a perception check. We'll see.
Just a minute. That's a 5.
Nope. No, to you're just going up to the bar with Nimin to get a drink.
I'm just
All
like
right,
tapping along to the music.
I'll look at Brew and say, buy us all, order us another round. I'll pay.
And do.
And then as I do that,
Barkeep!
while he's doing that, or she's doing that, I'm gonna slip my hand over and grab the paper.
I'm gonna grab what now?
The small piece of parchment. This is
The parchment.
yeah, the parchment.
Getting
So
fresh.
on the small piece of parchment is a single line written in a steady, confident hand. The Harpers have not forgotten you, Nimin. If you seek answers, you know where to find us. And it's signed simply with the Harper symbol, but there's no indication of who sent it. About this time, she leaves the bar.
All right, I'm gonna play it cool, and I'll just go along with Brew and I'll pay for the drinks, throw my coin down, whatever it costs.
Well,
What does it cost? Should I?
I think it's like a silver or something for drinks.
Okay.
Yeah, I think it's just like a couple silver for drinks.
Each? Or like total?
I'll do each, right? Silver each, maybe?
Yeah, silver each.
Does that sound right?
Yeah, that'll work. That's what the barkeep says to you. It is the silver chalice.
Yeah.
True.
It's like the dollar store or
Mhm.
something, right? It's like
Yeah.
silver chalice. Everything's
It's
in
not the copper
silver.
chalice. It's not the gold
That's
chalice.
down the road.
All right, we'll take our drinks, and I guess we'll head back to the table.
All right, so the Harper slips out of the tavern quietly and doesn't really look back at you. She just kind of
Okay, so it said I know where to find them. I guess, would I know where to find them?
Yeah, your character would know where to find the
Okay,
Harpers.
okay.
You want to find them before you leave Helmhold.
Okay, we won't do anything with that yet, but yeah,
All right,
make it.
so
Where are we staying tonight?
You're staying at. So you guys go back to the table and you ask that out loud to Brew, and
Yep.
Keela would pipe up and say, "Oh, you're staying here. There's a couple rooms out back that I've got reserved for us for the night,
I love that.
so we don't have to go anywhere. we're here for the night, pretty much."
Keela, I love you.
Can I make an Arcana check for anything like mystical or any persons of magic in this bar?
Sure.
It's gonna be a 17.
You're feeling a faint whisper of Arcana coming from Lucian.
Hey, back off.
I like sniff the air around Lucian and be like, something different about you.
Why are you sniffing him?
I'm sniffing the air.
It's the same old
Maybe
me.
maybe you need a bath, Lucian. We have had a few days travel.
Yeah, that's
There
Up,
are
when
bats
we-
here.
Woo!
I got to maintain my armor and stuff. So yeah, we do need to be cleaned up.
Malara also smells her own armpits and then kind of makes a funny face.
Yeah, you have been on the road for a while. So, as you guys rest, the tavern's kind of like bustling with the afterglow of the party's successful quest. Brew, your imposing form kind of stands out even amongst the bolsterous crowd here in the tavern. And Across the room there are these dwarven warriors, and they're like casting respectful glances in your direction. But it's one in particular, a seasoned local warrior who approaches you with a knowing smile. He
Respectfully.
Yeah, respectfully.
Respect.
So he walks up and he goes, "Aye, lass, my name's Hagrid Forearm. I have a proposition for you. This dwarf is thick, with a grizzled beard, arms like tree trunks, worn from years of swinging hammers and wielding axes. His worn leathers bear the marks of battle, and his eyes gleam with the fire of a man who still lives for the thrill of competition. His deep, gravelly voice cuts through the din of the tavern as he addresses Brew with a confident smile. You there, woman of strength!"
That's me. She winks.
Yeah.
She's a little drunk.
He calls out to you, his voice carrying across the room with ease. "I've seen many strong folk in my time, but none with the presence you have. I don't know if it's that Goliath blood or something more, but I can see the warrior in you. What say you for a test of might? A true challenge. No tricks, just raw power."
Brew's gonna down her beer.
Yeah.
Do it.
Yeah, in fact,
Are
all
you
the other
flirting with me?
dwarves are like, "Yeah, let's see you do it. Come on." He motions to the
Alright,
door with a faint glow of twilight illuminates the town square just beyond.
Lead the way.
So you guys step out, and there's this little tiny. Does anyone follow her? Does anyone?
I
yeah,
absolutely
okay.
follow
I,
to see
I
what
would hope
happens.
so. Okay. Yeah. So yeah, we all grab
I'm
our
slowly following
takards.
behind as well. Yeah.
Yeah, we all grab our takards. So he says, "Every week we gather here in Helm's Hold for a contest of strength, and I reckon you'd make a fine addition to the list of champions. The Shield Stone awaits, the legendary boulder we've been lifting for centuries. Not afraid of a bit of heavy lifting, are you, lass?"
Out of my thing.
Alright, so this is a challenge setup that we're going to do. It's going to be probably a strength challenge.
Amazing.
Yeah, the scene's going to shift to the town square outside the Silver Chalice, where the sounds of the tavern, tavern's chatter fade as the group moves out into the crisp evening air.
Is the whole bar following
Yeah,
us?
yeah, for sure. Yeah. It's like
Amazing.
It's the thing. The square is alive with the energy of the weekly competition. Lanterns glow softly in the twilight, casting their golden light over a wide ring marked by stones, where warriors and adventurers test their strength. The townsfolk cheer as the contenders take their turns facing various feats. So yeah, in the very center of the square, there's just a big ass stone slab known as the Shield Stone, and it's rested atop a dais. It's a boulder. It's an ancient relic inscribed with complex dwarven runes which glow faintly in the evening night. It's a challenge only the strongest can attempt, and many have tried and failed to lift it. The weight of the stone itself is immense, and it's said to be infused with the strength of the mountain itself. So he stands next to it, like grinning really wide. He said, "This, my friend, is the Shield Stone. If you can lift it above your head, you'll earn the Rune of Resilience, a token of honor among dwarfs. It's not easy, but I have a feeling you'll surprise us all." And then everyone kind of like laughs a little bit.
Brew's doing like MMA fighting, like at the side of the ring, pumping herself up. She got a hood from somewhere.
Perfect.
She's gonna point to the runes on this thing though and be like, "You doing something special to it?"
Special indeed, lass. Just like I said, this is infused with the mountain itself.
Well, it's kind of my home, so they just want me to lift it.
Does any? Yeah. In fact, there's a bunch of people trying to lift it. The first couple people just cannot lift it at all.
Brew last.
Can I do an Arcana check on it for Brew?
Sure.
It's gonna be a 13.
So you know that he's telling the truth, that these dwarven ruins basically imbue this boulder with the strength of a mountain. Like it's a super strong boulder.
I motion for Brew to come towards me at the edge of the ring real quick. And I lean up to her and be like, "He's telling the truth."
Oh, what?
Big boulder.
Yeah. I don't know.
And
What
I
do
say
you-
that a little slow. It's the big boulder.
Laura, how many have you had?
2, 3.
I-
I've lost count.
I'm gonna need you to get a water. Okay.
More beer, you say?
I gotta go lift a rock.
So let's see
You
you
get
make.
a water.
Let's see you make your first attempt. He kind of like walks you up to the boulder.
I'm gonna crack my knuckles.
Roll me an
Back.
athletics check to initiate the lift. The difficulty will be based on your raw strength, but also the mental challenge of staying focused.
Athletics.
While this is happening, I nudge Malera and hand her another beer.
That is 24.
Oh, yeah. You lift
I
the
got a crit.
stone off its dais. So you managed to lift this stone slightly, and the crowd is in awe that you've just done that. You know, like not very many people have done that. Period. So if you succeed the first check, you'll need to make another athletics check to continue lifting.
All right. That is 18.
Oh yeah, you lift it. So, yeah, you feel the weight of the stone now pressing down on you, though. Like like this is it. You have to use the rest of your remaining strength to push through this. Give me a final athletics check to see if you raise the sealed stone above your head.
That is, oh no, a 7.
A 7. Do you have any inspirations out there anywhere?
I don't think so.
I don't think so. So you begin to get fatigued. You try to lift it above your head, but you just can't. Roll me a. Let's see here. You roll me a final athletics check to see what you do with it, because now it's starting to get so heavy that you're not sure what you're gonna do.
13.
So you manage to waddle back over to the dais and set it back down. And the crowd erupts in cheers, and Hagrid claps you on the back with a proud grin. He said, "I know you could do it.
Easy.
Not quite above your head, but you managed to lift the
above
stone."
your head.
He laughs at that. Yeah. All right. Yeah, that's pretty good. Yeah, Hagrid appreciates the smile of. So yeah, he's gonna hand you a charm.
What does this do?
It's a dwarven rune of resilience.
Rune of resilience.
It's said to grant the wearer temporary resistance to bludgeoning, slashing, and piercing damage.
Alright, what was it? One more time.
Said to grant the wearer temporary resistance to bludgeoning, slashing, and piercing damage. Basically, what it's going to be like,
Okay.
Lasts 10 turns, 1 round. You get immunity to blah, blah, blah. Yeah.
Nice.
He says,
Well,
"Wear it well, for it'll serve you in times to come."
Is it like a necklace or just a little stone?
Yeah, I would just say just like a shape of a rune. It's a crafted charm, so I would just imagine like a small handheld, like tablet with like runes carved in it, and
Is it tiny?
yeah, enough to fit in your hand for sure. Like you don't have any.
She's gonna stuff it in her cleavage.
There you go. Love it.
Safekeeping. You got any other challenges?
No, he kind of like sets you aside a little bit. It's kind of like looking at you like really hard. The cheers kind of like die down, and his demeanor kind of shifts. He's usually like, you've seen him be very jovial, but it's replaced by a more somber tone. His eyes meet yours for a moment, studying you with a practiced gaze of a seasoned warrior who's seen enough to know when something lies beneath the surface. "You know," Hagrid says, his voice quieter now, "there's more than just strength in this world. and I've seen my fair share of battles. But sometimes what we fight doesn't come from a weapon or a blade.
And strength comes in a lot of forms too.
Kind of pauses, rubbing his beard, his eyes flickering towards your towering frame, and then to your striking blue hair, a feature too rare among the Goliaths of the spine. I'm not one to pry, he continues, his voice dropping a little bit lower, but I've seen your kin before. A Goliath with hair like the sky, strong as the mountain itself. They say that man was killed by a dark wizard, tall, robed in shadows, with eyes full of madness. Is that true, lass?
Brew's gonna like grab him by the arm and lead him away somewhere. What are you talking about?
Word around Triboar is that same wizard is the one who slaughtered your father and slain others of your kind there. Be wary, lass.
Tell me where he is.
He kind of like shifts uneasy on his feet, clearly reluctant to bring up these old wounds, and he kind of like looks away briefly as though the weight of the memory. I've seen him last, not too long ago. I was near Triboar, and I caught sight of him, tall and dark as night. What the thinks he is doing, lass? He kind of like kind of shakes a little bit.
I'm gonna slip him 5 gold.
It's not about gold, lass, and he pushes your hand away. I've told you what I know. You may want to make your way there. There's more to this story, I'm certain of it. Your
I'm gonna
father.
let him go.
He kind of like lowers his head and is like, your father's death, it wasn't an accident. I can't promise you answers, but I think Triboar might be the place where you find them.
It wasn't an accident. But there's about to be one. Thanks. I'm gonna go back inside.
Alright, what do y'all do back inside the inn? What would y'all be doing?
I am now slurring my speech, telling anybody in sight about my great goddess Moonbow.
There are some
adorable.
people that are actually genuinely interested because you're an elf and that's a little exotic, and there are a bunch of drunk humans, so yeah.
Yeah, I'm telling them tales of her
a small
protecting the
crowd.
elves and my brave adventures in spreading her glory around and protecting other elves.
Anything else? Anyone else? What's everyone else up to?
Sitting next to the bard and requesting songs.
Perfect.
Being really friendly and walking the room and
Nice.
shaking hands and listening to people.
Yeah, great. I love that. What's Niman doing?
Yeah, I'm sitting in a shadowy area of the bar, kind of watching. Especially Clara. Is that her
Keela?
name?
Keela?
Clara?
Here, Keela.
Keela.
Yeah, Keela.
I'm keeping an eye out for her and the rest of her group as well. Just kind of watching the bar and enjoying my beer.
Keep and watch. All right. So yeah, as the night goes on, you all, Keela leads you all up into your separate rooms. You all have your own room.
Fuck yeah.
What do you guys do once you go to your room?
I pass out on my bed because I'm gonna roll another Constitution.
None of your business what Nim does.
I don't have the spins, but I definitely pass out on my bed.
Got it.
Nim sleeps on top of or like curls up on top of the sheets, holding all his like belongings close to him, and he slowly falls asleep.
I think Brew just tries to sleep but has a really broken sleep.
I prepare my weapons and armor, and then rest.
So you take off your armor and kind of clean it up and make sure your swords are sharp and
Yep,
yeah,
oiled and
perfect. All right, so as after the night celebration and the night falls, the dull sounds of the tavern patrons lulls down as the tavern closes. Malara, wary of intense from the day's travel. So you've just passed out on the bed, right? You're in a
Didn't
Yeah,
get
I'm not
sleep
like
at
I'm
all,
not
'cause
like
that's-
blackout,
no,
but I'm
no,
definitely
you're definitely asleep. Yeah.
Yeah.
So the sound of the city fades and slips into, and she slips into a dream that feels more vivid, more pressing than any before. In this dream, Malara finds herself standing on a cliffside overlooking an endless churning sea. The moon hangs low in the sky, casting a silver glow on the waves, which crash against jagged rock far below. The wind is cold, sharp, and carries a whisper, almost a voice, but not quite. A figure materializes before you, cloaked in moonlight, shimmering like the eternal being. The goddess Shiane Moonbow stands before you, her eyes glowing with a mixture of concern and ancient wisdom. She kind of like lifts her arm and points towards you. You walk a path fraught with peril, Malara.
I like fall to my knees in the dream and be like, "Tell me more, my goddess. How may I serve you?"
Her voice rings out, echoing across the night sky. The relics you seek, though they are of great power, are not to be claimed lightly. Each bears a cost, and to covet them is to court your own destruction.
Wise words, my goddess. I will heed them.
So, yeah, the wind howls as if in agreement, the waves growing tumultuous before. She raises her hand and a vision unfurls before your eyes. You see a vision of the future, Malara. This is the first image. The first image is fleeting but sharp. Her companions standing strong against hordes of goblins, their faces etched with fear and determination. They are surrounded, overwhelmed by sheer number of the creatures, and the air is thick with the clash of metal on bone. The goblins' eyes glint with a savage, unrelenting hunger, and a dark figure lurks in the shadows beneath them. It's a silhouette that you do not recognize, but the malice it exudes is unmistakable. So the vision shifts, and you see your companions struggling, their bodies bruised and bloodied, their resolve beginning to waver. Nimin's pinned down by a goblin captain, his dagger slipping from his grasp. Roof fights valiantly, but her movements slow as the goblins overwhelm her. Even the stalwart Keela is cornered, her healing magic strained. So yeah, there's a dark shape that moves amongst the horde, its features indistinct but its power undeniable. It is not merely a goblin leader, but something more ancient, far more dangerous. And this is when your goddess's voice interrupts the vision. This dark force you face is no mere army, Malara. The goblins are but pawns, and there is a hand guiding them. A presence that seeks not only your relics, but your souls as well. The relics you seek, like this one, will draw power, but at a terrible price. You may become entangled in a web from which you cannot escape.
Thank you, goddess, for showing me these visions. I will be sure to protect my friends and continue my journeys in use of them.
The dark force you face, the one who commands the goblin, is no stranger to the moon's light. It seeks to corrupt, to twist the balance, and you, Malara, are tied to it. This power you seek, this desire to restore what was lost, it is the very thing that will lead you into the shadow. Remember, child of the moon, it is not the relics that define you, but the choices you make. The light you carry is a beacon, but to fail to guard your heart, and it will become a fire that consumes you. So basically, this is like your purpose is
Don't turn to the dark side,
Yeah.
young Anakin.
Yeah, you know, these things are very powerful. These relics are very powerful, and you know, like they could take you over. Like eventually, you could be overthrown by this power. You know, it's basically like seek power, but carefully. You know.
Okay, yeah.
So yeah, you guys, you guys wake up in the morning. Nothing happens at night. Nobody comes and attacks you in your sleep, thankfully. It's the first.
Thank God.
It's the first like kind of nice night of sleep that you've had. You're not on the road. You know, your bellies were full and you got a full night's sleep. So if you didn't already have a full long rest,
Oh,
take
yeah.
one now.
Yeah.
Everyone should be pretty close to full health, but
Hello, Rage.
Okay, so you guys get up and there's a soft murmur. The tavern's early morning activities are happening.
Can I relay
locals-
my dream visions to my party?
Yes, is that what you'd like to do?
Yeah, I especially just warned them with being like, watch out for the goblins and the shadowy hand that controls them. It's something beyond them, something we haven't seen before.
And she almost seems like she's crazy right now, guys. Like she's
Yeah,
just
I'm
woken up from like a crazy.
This is a
dream.
message from my goddess, directly from my goddess.
I'm like, whoa, Malera, like, slow down. What are you talking about?
The dream, I was given a vision last night from my goddess, Moonbow. She describes our journey and how we are overcome with a goblin horde and something controlling them, behind them, something dark and evil.
It's one of the craziest drunken dreams I've ever heard of.
It wasn't the beer.
Might have been the beer. Might have been the beer a little bit.
I don't know, because after that dream happened, I had a dream that I was naked and putting on a play for a bunch of rabbits. That might have been the beer.
That does sound more like beer, yeah.
So yes, the
kind of music?
innkeeper greets you all with a warm smiling, offering you food and drink in exchange for nothing but gratitude. The priesthood, ever watchful of your chosen companion Kila, has covered the cost of the entire stay. A small blessing, perhaps, but one that carries its own weight.
I ordered nothing but bacon and beer.
Bacon and the dog, hair of the dog, sure.
Yep.
Yeah, I have a balanced breakfast of a salad and some eggs and some pork.
Perfect.
Yeah, but Nim would also have like a healthy meal in the morning.
Simple meal for me.
Simple.
Porridge.
Yep. All right.
Drew's gonna crumble bacon over everyone's meals.
You guys need this.
You need something, guys.
Thank you, Brew.
You're welcome.
So after breakfast, the party gathers their belongings and prepares to leave. Keela Sorenshade, their faithful healer, lingers for a moment, offering soft parting words. She speaks her intentions to stay in town a while longer, offering her assistance where it's needed. Her eyes, though kind, hold an unspoken sadness, one that seems to reflect the weight of Malera's dream. The uncertainty of the road. She kind of like hugs each of you before turning to bidding you farewell. Keela looks at Malera one last time, her gaze lingering with a touch of sorrow. She's become a steadfast companion, a comforting presence in the weight of their mission. And she looks at you and says, "I'll stay behind for a while," she says with her voice warm but tinged with sadness. "The town could use my help, and you all have much ahead of you. I trust that you'll make the right choices, Malera, and I'll pray for you."
Thank you. May Moonbow guide you in your journeys.
Keela regards Brew with a quiet, thoughtful expression. There's something maternal in her gaze, a recognition of Brew's strength, but also the wildness that lurks beneath. You've been through more than most ever will, Brew.
Gonna, like, punch her in the arm.
Keela begins, her voice steady but filled with warmth. "The road has forged you into something fierce, but don't forget that strength isn't just muscle. It's in the heart, and the choices you make, and how you protect those you care about." And she places her hand on your shoulder, giving it a firm but comforting squeeze. Remember when the world seems like it's trying to crush you. Don't let it, just like that stone. Your strength is a shield, not just for others, but yourself too. Keep yourself in the fight, and don't lose sight of what makes you you.
Don't tell anyone, Kilo, but I almost dropped the stone.
So with a gentle smile, she adds, "I'll pray for you, Brew. Keep fighting the good fight. Your people would be proud." And then she looks down at Nimin with a mixture of admiration and concern. His path is the most uncertain, caught between his past and the present, struggling with the redemption and the weight of his choices he makes. "Nimin," she begins, her voice soft as though weighing each word carefully. "You've always had a way with people, a charm that can both heal and hurt, but be careful how you use it. Words are powerful things, and they can mend wounds, but they can also leave scars on others and on yourself.
When I hug her, I'm going to take her hand and slip in a gold piece and save to help the people.
She accepts it kindly and says, I see the struggle inside you. You want to prove yourself, perhaps atone, perhaps to gain something more. But remember, redemption is not about how others see you. It is about what you choose to do with the person you are right now. I've seen your potential, Nimin, she says, standing up straight. Be proud, be true to yourself. Don't let the world twist you into something you're not.
I smirk and just give a nod.
You'll find your
Only
way
his
one
future.
way or another. And then Keela's gaze softens as she looks at Lucian, noting the quiet strength that emanates from him. His resolve, though sometimes rigid, is rooted in a deep commitment to his faith and ideals. And she says to you, you walk with tears judgment in your heart, Lucian. She begins, her voice carrying a tone of respect. You're bound by your code, principles of justice, fairness, and righteousness. And that's no small thing in this world.
Thank you, lady. I bow.
She takes a step closer, her eyes meeting yours with a sincere intensity. But know this, there will be times where your devotion will be tested. Tyr's teachings demand much from those who walk in his light. And in this world, not everyone will understand your choices or your need for justice. Some will even try to twist your path, make you question those very values that you sworn to uphold. She pauses for a moment, letting the weight of those words sink in. But don't waver, Lucian. Stand firm in your beliefs. There will be moments when it feels like the world is pressing against you, when the road feels too steep and the darkness just seems to have the upper hand. But Tyr never promises his followers an easy journey. He promised them a just one. And that's a path worth walking, no matter how difficult.
Faith is not faith without being challenged.
It's true. Yeah, I love that. Her expression softens into something akin to a mentor's warmth. Don't let the world's chaos shake your faith in what's right. Keep your heart true to Tyr's will, and no matter how far you go, you'll never be lost. And she places her hand on your shoulder as a gesture that carries both reassurance and a sense of quiet confidence. Stand by your values, Lucian. They'll guide you through the darkest time.
I bow again and touch her hand on my shoulder.
So her departure is quiet, but there's a sense of finality to it, a knowing that Keela's role in the story is now at an end. Though her prayers and healing will linger in your hearts. So yeah, the door to the cavern closes behind her. The party feels a shift in their dynamic. It's strange, the absence of Keela's gentle presence, but the road ahead must continue, with or without her. Alright, so what do you guys do? You're in the tavern. Keela's just said goodbye.
So what's our next plan? We do continue on our journey and our caravan, or
Well, does
Brood
Nim have
takes a swig
to
of beer
visit
and is
the?
like, Triboar.
Yeah, try.
Does Nim have to visit the that group he's affiliated with?
You're muted.
Yeah, I'm gonna pipe up and say, I have some friends I'd like to see before we leave town.
Are we all invited?
Yeah, I could use the backup possibly. I'm not
I'm with
sure
you.
how these friends feel about me.
I'm with you, my little friend.
All right.
And Triboar.
And then
Triboar, you
And then
say?
Triboar, yes.
All right, now let me see.
Brood's not going to say anything more than that.
Yeah, because I have no knowledge of what either of you have gleaned from your own individual interactions.
You never will. I'm not sharing anything.
Triboar is where we had to go for
Yeah, for
thing
your
anyway,
original
isn't it?
contract. Yep.
our yeah.
That's a strength challenge. Where am I at here? All right,
Can I-
so
Can I ask the barkeep if there's like a healer place around here?
Or
A
maybe
place
a
of
shop too.
medicine?
Should we shop?
Yeah, we should buy some potions.
Yeah.
And I need some more ingredients for my spells.
So
Yeah,
The
maybe
bar the
okay,
barkeep's gonna seem a little confused because you literally walked in with the town's healer, and and
You guys got a healer around this joint?
talks
I
talks to
know.
you talks to you about the sanatorium that you just came from, or the the temple that you just came from, but also tells you that there is a town center, there is a town square in Helmshold. You guys can go there and shop.
All you had to say, guy. We didn't need your judgment.
Adventures. So what would you like to do first? Would you like to try to find where these Harpers are, Nim, or would you like to go with everyone to go shopping?
I think we should head to the town and maybe do some shopping first.
Okay, what is it that
and
everyone
I'm-
would like to buy?
Yeah.
Roll me a survival check, everyone, to see how well you guys do in the city.
Oh God.
What do I have? I have like a trait that's like a.
Nat
18.
20.
I
That's
know the
what it
city
is.
basically.
I got 18.
Hey,
You got an 8? So
what's this?
So it should be survival. I forget what skill that is.
It's wisdom.
Wisdom, yeah.
I got a 15.
Okay. I mean, it isn't a huge city, so finding Helmhold's little town square wasn't too hard for you
Also,
guys.
there's probably like signs and stuff, right?
Yeah, there are signs, and it's all in common, and like there hasn't been too much trouble. You guys don't run into too much trouble. You guys don't get lost and go down any shady alleyways. Let's just put it that way. Yeah, guys make it to the town center where there's a bustling commerce happening. The sound of people exchanging gold coins and yelling for their the wares they sell. And what is it you're all looking for? Anything in particular?
Someone should grab us potions.
Yeah, I'm gonna look for potions. Health potions.
Okay, let's get you. Let's see. There's health potions. 5e. There's a couple different kinds, aren't there?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, greater healing. Okay. We have prices. Let me get some prices up here. Okay, that's a good. The player's handbook. Okay, that's good. Okay. Yeah, you find yourself a decent sized potion shop. Let's see here. We'll call it the Scally Newt. And you walk in, and there is a tall half elf behind the counter, mixing together some component ingredients, and is a little bit occupied in his work. And a tiny little female halfling walks up and says, "Sprig, at your service here. How can I help you?"
Hey, you guys sell health potions?
Oh, of
stuff
course. Yes. You're looking for health potions, are you? And she kind of eyes to see your bag of gold, your coin purse, to see how big it is.
Much.
How much gold do you have, Brew?
I have 15 gold. That's it.
I can help contribute to pay for potions, so
This
long
is
as I receive
Yeah, I
one.
can too.
Very
I think that's what I got last
esteemed
time, honestly, was a health
establishment,
potion.
she says. A very esteemed establishment here. Only the best ingredients and only the best curator. And she points to the half elf in the back, and he just kind of humps and gets back to his work and corks a couple bottles and puts them on the shelf.
You have like samples or
How many platinum are you looking to spend today?
0. Yeah.
Ooh.
What can we get for 50 gold combined?
Combined would require more than one thing. Unfortunately, for 50 gold, I could get you this. And the little halfling woman runs and grabs a small bottle of healing. Red
Ooh.
liquid sparkles inside. 50 gold pieces.
What about if I told you I lifted the stone yesterday?
Wait, the shield stone.
Yeah, that was me.
You lifted the shield stone above your head?
Yeah, that was absolutely me.
Roll a deception.
Oh boy.
You're gonna lie.
Ooh, 18.
Oh, good. Oh, good.
I was gonna take the tablet or the little
Oh,
charm,
the
on my
charm.
cleavage. Be
Correct.
Like,
Perfect. Yeah, he believes you totally now. Obviously, you got proof. I mean,
That's got to be worth at least like one health potion, right? Like one
he's
of the
gonna
good ones.
he'll throw in a greater health potion, which is worth 200 gold. Oop, ow.
Amazing.
Sorry about that. Punch my mic. So he'll take the 50 gold and give you a healing potion and give you one greater healing potion. That's the deal that they've offered.
I think
Is-
that's fair.
So how much gold do you need?
50. Well, minus 15.
I
So
give you
75.
20 of my gold.
I've only got 10 left, so you can have all my 10.
Oh,
I'll give you the rest of it.
Aw.
y'all broke ass.
So what was it? 20, I guess. 20.
Yeah. Very happy to do business with such esteemed adventurers. What is your names? What are your names?
We gotta like get like a band name, don't we?
Yeah. We don't really have one right now. We're workshopping it.
You're the Silver Flame
suggestions?
Adventurers Guild.
Yeah.
That's who you work for. You could, I mean, you guys could have, just tell him your names, your individual names. But
Gern
I'm not gonna
Blanst-
do that.
the what?
Gern Blanstein.
Deception on
That's
that?
what it is.
Yeah, is that your real name? Roll me a deception.
I give him my real name, and I shake her hand, or
Yeah, she's tiny,
show
so she's
respect.
a little halfling, but she's the one that runs, the desk. She's the one doing
Yep.
all the business.
I tell her that I'm Malara, priestess of Moonbow.
And I'm Nimin Pale Twist.
I'm your champion brew.
Lovely, wonderful. Well, may these potions help you on your journey. Is there anything else I can help you with?
Yeah, it's like the potions on display and everything.
Oh yeah, you look around the shop
Okay.
and you see.
Him.
No. Nim's looking around for like any kind of like poison or anything that I can use with my daggers.
Poisons weren't really in the front of the shop, Nim. You had to walk quite a bit through, using your wisdom. You realize, poisons probably wouldn't be kept at the front, so you
Wouldn't be at the
kind of
front,
go to the back end.
Okay, so I'm gonna go on a browse, I guess, through the store and see if I can find something like that.
Run the investigation real quick. 'Cause it's a big store.
Investigation, 10.
Oof. All right, so it does take you a little while, and you get a little bit lost along the way, but you do find simple poisons, simple toxins.
Anyone seen Nim?
I swear he was just here.
Been gone a while.
Yeah, okay, so I'm gonna come back while they're looking for me, and I've got this bottle in my hand. I ask her how much for the simple poison.
Excuse me, 1 second here. And there's all kinds of poisons. I just want a simple poison. Let's just do 25 gold piece.
And I toss her 25 gold.
Also, Nim, you only had to give 5 gold for the health potion.
Oh, really? I thought.
No
No, we
refunds.
20 from Alara, 10 from Lucian, 15 from me, and 5 from you.
Oh, I forgot about the 15 from you. Okay.
Is all they sell is potions in here?
This is potions, scrolls, just magical stuff.
Do they have any beginner spell books for a wizard?
Ooh,
Just looking.
Smart.
Multi-class.
let me see. That's one thing I don't think I've ever had to buy.
Give you the greater health potion to carry, and I'll hold on to the healing one.
They do, but you realize quite quickly that it's out of your price house currently.
Sure.
Like most magical books, unless you meet a wizard along the way and can ask him for more aid or more information, the books that they have in the store are like, for high level wizards. But you do feel like as you're browsing around and as you're looking into stuff and as your curiosity into the arcana is kind of like peaking, that faint line on your chest does start to like scratch and itch a little bit.
Okay. I just I thank her, and I just someday when I'm rich and kind of laugh and giggle.
Yeah.
Can I just do like a general like browse of the store or the area just to see if there's like any magical things particular to Moonbow?
All right, you want to be looking for relics. I want to see your roll for Arcana. Or what are you using? So you're
I'm
using
using
magic
my
to
yeah
single
my
out. Okay, yeah. So roll me an Arcana.
Yeah.
Let's see what comes up.
Arcana is 17 total.
That's pretty good. Yeah, that's a pretty high DC. So yeah, you find a small vial in the back of a cabinet that is silver, teardrop shaped, and the stopper has a crescent moon on it.
Ooh. How much for this one here?
1,000 gold.
Holy cow, that is outrageous. And it's but a small bottle.
Yes, with the effects.
What is it in particular? What does it make it so special?
Oh dang. Let's see here.
I would like full history report.
she kind of just takes
I
it
wanna know the
and like folds it
manufacturer.
into her coat and says, it's actually, this one's not for sale.
Okay. Okay. And then I just turn away from the counter, I guess.
She's the shop's closed actually.
Gosh, I didn't know it was so
Out now.
sensitive of a subject. It was in the back of a cabinet. Don't take very good inventory.
Panic.
So are we kicked out of this store now?
Yeah,
I've triggered something in this
yeah,
lady.
you triggered something. It was it's one of them relics, man. You know how it is.
Yeah,
You know how it is
I'm
with
super
relics.
wary about it, and will take a mental note where this is.
Well, that was rude.
Yeah, she seemed very possessive. Like all of a sudden.
I'm gonna bang on the door and be like, "We know you're not closed. It's like 9 a.m.
They flip the sign,
We're
unlock
not
the
just
doors,
peeking in.
That doesn't
draw
mean
the
anything.
shades.
Well, I
can
guess
see you.
guess we won't be shopping here for any time soon. Perhaps
Roll
do we
a
need anything
perception.
else?
Roll a perception, Bruce, since you're
Okay.
you're
All
like
right, my
yeah. Roll everyone that's like curious of why this is going on.
yeah, I got a 21.
Holy shit!
I got a
Like
5.
an elf ears.
You're like picking up every like skill that I'm proficient in.
I rolled an 18.
So you.
I'm watching the crowd because we're probably making a scene a
Yeah,
little
at
bit.
this point, yeah, you have drawn a little bit of a scene, and you do hear mention of her goddess and that that she can't
My elf
have
ears
this.
pressed to the glass.
She can't have this. Like this is not for sale for her or for anyone. And
You mentioned something about my goddess.
yeah, just basically that she's afraid to let the two come together is the gist of it.
I turned to Nim and be like, Nim, you think we could come back sometime and get that out of here? Wink, wink.
We can
Like 2 in the
certainly
morning?
try.
Anyways, I take a mental note because at 1,000 gold, I cannot afford it, and I don't think I am able to pull off a heist of that magnitude at this point. So I just take a
Roll me.
unless the
roll
gods
me an
want me
insight,
to.
Malera. Roll me an insight.
Okay. It's gonna be a 19.
Okay, so you could tell that her saying that 1,000 gold was basically her knowing that you're all a bunch of broke ass bitches and just basically didn't want to sell.
Right. Well, I just mean I
Alright.
have no legal way to procure it at this time because she gets that whatever
Yeah,
price she
yeah,
wants.
Yeah, but your insight picks up on all that. Like she.
Yeah. I was immediately suspicious of the price, and then she
Every-
snatched it out of my hands.
Everything's free when you scorch earth, so just
That must be Tyr talking.
just joking.
Brew's
I
gonna
would-
start letting everyone know that passes by that this place discriminates. No.
Roll me a persuasion.
Oh god. Oh, that's not too bad. No, that's terrible. 6.
Yeah, they don't buy it. That's an esteemed establishment. You're a bunch of crazy adventurers.
All right, well, let's just move on to the next shop, provided that we didn't just scare all of the town away from our business.
I don't get anywhere else to go. Where do you guys want to go?
Let's go find a fight.
Here you go.
I like it.
Roll me a investigation, everybody, and we'll kind of round them out, see if you get best out of 4, basically.
15.
See what the average
Sorry,
is.
insight?
Investigation.
Investigation.
I have a 10.
Got a 10. 11.
Mhm.
16?
16.
My dice tilted off a nat 20.
Damn. What about you, Brew?
15.
So yeah, you and Lucian find a couple of drunks brawling in an alleyway behind a tavern, a seedy tavern, not too far from here. You two come up on it first, and basically Malara and Nim are just walking a little farther way back. But you walk up and you see a group of 6 brawlers just going at it, man, just punching each other. They just bursted out of one of the windows of the tavern. They're all fighting with each other.
What's Tyr say we do now? Listen, what do we do here?
Well, I don't know. I'd say we let them fight. We're not. Are they posing a threat to anyone
About
else
that
besides?
time, one of them punches you in the face.
Ah,
Thank you,
That's-
DM.
so I'm gonna strike them back.
All right, roll to attack here. Get a couple human brawlers up. Roll initiative.
I only got a 7.
Is that for all of us?
No, just the 2 of you right now.
Yeah, I was gonna say. I think Nim will
I got-
watch.
12 for initiative.
I'm like, don't fight. Let's pray together. Let's just come together and pray to Moonbow, and we don't have to fight. Unless you're goblins or the undead.
You never know, Malara, they might be.
I mean, I don't discriminate. Whoever wants a piece of my Moonbow, if you know what I'm saying.
Is that what we call it now?
Scrappy fighters. Let's see here. Masters of unrestricted combat. Brawlers revel in fighting dirty. Cool. All right. Let's see here.
I'll be right back.
Yeah. So that's. Can we get everybody's? We got everybody's initiative there. Okay, great. Is that from today? Yeah. All right, Hannah's gonna use the bathroom. So if you got a bio break, now's the time.
I put my initiative. Put it here.
Yeah, 12. What's your initiative, Lucian?
7.
7. All right.
You did just get sucker punched, so that makes sense.
Yeah, that's kind of like surprise round. I should probably roll a d4 to see what kind of damage you take. Yeah, 2. Get punched in the face.
Where do I see all the chat going on?
If you go into live sessions, that's where that's where I like to put. I put your. If you want to put yours in there, I'll delete mine, and then we'll get.
Okay, I'm good. All right, I'll do it.
Cheap shot. Below the belt. Huh. Seems like the brawler is a class in D&D that's pretty dope
Brawler.
for fighter.
Oh.
A martial class.
Did you see they're adding a whole bunch of subclasses?
Yeah, we're gonna have to play Baldur's Gate again
Yeah,
because they got a bunch of
absolutely.
subclasses.
Yeah.
So do you need us all to roll initiative or just those two?
Just these 2 for now.
Okay.
And, okay, now that I got. We're gonna put.
Dang. Dang.
I'll organize it up.
All right.
Oh, that's not good.
So about this time, one of the other brawlers in the alleyway breaks loose and comes up to Brew, sizing her up, and tries to like grapple her. So he's gonna roll an athletics check, and you're gonna roll a strength check.
Bring it. Oh God.
You both oof.
I got a 1.
Ooh, well, that's great.
+4.
So you've been grappled.
Fantastic.
So he just like grabs you and squeezes you. You're not going anywhere. That was dude 3. So top of the order, dude 2. Okay, so let's just make sure that we got our mental picture straight here. Dude 3 currently has Brew grappled. Standing next to Brew is Lucian, who's just been sucker punched by Dude 2. Dude 1 is still in the alley about to come up. Okay, that's where we're at. So
Okay.
Dude 2 standing right in front of Lucian, got one sucker punch in, is going to try another one. I just rolled the d20 underneath the PC. Hilarious. Can you give me another d20, please? 11 versus your AC is probably gonna miss.
My AC is 19.
Yeah.
Definitely
Here,
miss.
I can get it. It's underneath the PC. Just gotta... Hilarious. I got it. All right, now the guy comes out of the alleyway, and since Brew is grappled, you're gonna get punched.
Cheap.
He's got advantage.
Cheap.
Oh, Well, he rolled a 4 and a 2, so he's gonna come up, and even though you're held, you're gonna like basically use the might of yourself to block the shots with the person that's holding you. So it's
Amazing.
yeah. So, but you're still grappled.
God damn it.
It is your turn though, so if you want, roll me a strength saving throw to see
Yeah.
you're still grappled.
That's better.
Kick him in the
22.
groin.
If I got 22, so if I get out of it, I want to headbutt him.
All right, I will improvised attack. I will count that as a bonus, an
Okay.
action and a bonus. So roll for an attack here.
That would be like an unarmed attack.
Yeah, an unarmed
strike?
attack. Yeah, an unarmed strike. I think that's how it's figured out, and I think it's just a D4.
That's 12 to hit,
Hits
and it says 3 bludgeoning damage.
3 bludgeoning damage. Perfect. Yeah, yeah. You crack him in the nose with your forehead.
Yeah, he starts bleeding from the nose.
Yeah. All right, Lucian.
So, do I feel this is a fight to the death or just a brawl?
This is clearly a kind of a tavern brawl that spilled out onto the streets. These
All right,
guys
well-
are unarmed.
All right, so I'm not going to draw my sword and run him through.
Unless.
Okay, I'm going to do a, big swing at his liver. Is
When he
wearing
does
armor?
that,
Liver shot.
I'm gonna yell out, beat his face in, and I'll do master of what's it called? Basically, where he does more damage. Master of tactics.
Yeah, because
So
at this
he
point,
does-
you guys can decide whether or not you want to enter this fight or not. Like,
Yeah, can I do that without entering the fight?
mm,
It's a bonus action, but it doesn't really. I guess that
yeah,
might put me in the fight.
out of
though, right?
combat, that would put you in the fight. I think if someone hearing you like cheer someone on, they might want to come over and fight you too.
Yeah. Okay. No, scratch that. Continue.
Scratch that.
I'm
All
gonna
right.
just stay out of the fight and be like, "Oh, Goddess
Okay.
Moonbow, let these brawlers have their fun, but make sure they're unharmed."
Yeah, and I'm watching to make sure it doesn't get out of hand or no one
Okay.
gets killed.
So, actually, I changed my mind. I'm going to kick him in the groin. I'm going to
Solid.
Because there are fighting. You see that everybody else is fighting pretty dirty. Like it's a tavern brawl. Like
Yeah.
one guy throws dirt in the other guy's eyes, screams pocket sand. You know. All right, roll an improvised melee. Just based off your strength.
All right, I rolled a 19. What do I have
well,
to
then you don't have to add anything at that point. You're good. You're good with a 19.
Right in the family jewels.
Yeah, you and isn't it just three damage for an improvised attack like that?
Yeah, that's what mine said.
That's what you
Unarmed
said.
strike is
Unarmed strike,
3
yeah,
damage.
3 damage. Okay, and that was okay. Okay, 2 guys down 3 damage. Dude 3.
Was holding on to a brew that just got smacked in the face by her forehead.
So he's no longer holding on. So he's gonna try to punch you.
Disadvantage for blood in his eyes.
No. Yeah. I rolled
Disadvantage for
I
I'm
rolled
really
a
big?
19. So
My AC is 18.
okay, he's gonna punch you. You take 3 damage.
Oh no. Okay.
All right, dude 2. Where are we at now?
I think dude 2 was the one that punched Lucian and got kicked in the balls.
Yeah, I got kicked in the balls. Yeah, he's not happy about that.
Incapacitated. Yeah.
Yeah, unarmed strike, +4 to hit. Let's see if he can hit you back. 12 to your, yeah, yours was 19. So. Yeah, he tries to kick you in the nuts, but you're wearing fucking armor, so. Yeah,
Just
you
hurt
just
himself.
like, yeah, you just like catch it a little bit.
King.
And he's like, oh, you know, there's an oh shit moment, you know. Okay, and dude one was the one in front of Brew, so
The one that came rushing up to hit
Yeah.
Brew while she was
Yeah.
grappled.
so
Yeah.
there's 2 guys on Brew, 1 guy on Lucien. Yeah. All right, at a +4. Let's see. Oof, another 19.
Yep.
You're gonna be the punching bag today, I guess.
What I was born for.
All right. Next guy.
Can I choose to calm emotions with all this thing?
Yeah, if you want to intervene with calm emotions, that would be probably huge. Is that what you want to do?
Yes.
Okay. So what happens?
I attempt to suppress these strong emotions in a group of people. Each creature in a 20-foot radius sphere centered on a point you choose within range must make a charisma saving throw. On a failed save, a creature's emotions are calmed. It can be frightened or charmed. It can't be frightened or charmed for the duration. You can also choose to make a creature indifferent about creatures of your choice that is hostile towards. So yeah, I think it's
Okay.
just concentration for up to 1 minute, and I think that's gonna be long enough for all these guys to stop brawling.
Only one of them passed your constitution or passed the save.
Okay.
The one that Lucien kicked in the nuts is still pretty mad.
Okay. But the other ones are calm.
That checks
Yeah.
out.
Oh, you ruined my fight. I was just about to win. He calls out.
Wait, did you have money on this fight or something?
Yes, I'm a prize fighter, and look what you've done. You've cost me 25 gold.
I mean, I could turn the concentration off and see if they're still mad, if that's what you really want.
The others are kind of like rubbing their jaws and like walking away and like going home.
Yeah,
Is-
me and you, bud. Me and you.
Oh, you want some less? And he comes over and tries to hit you.
Nope.
Nope. All right.
Hey.
So yeah, he tries to punch you, and it's just like you dodge out of the way. So it's
Okay,
just
I'm
one guy
gonna-
now. So let's just take everyone. Just you and Lucian versus one dude who's mad that you cost him a prize fight.
I'm just gonna try to give him an elbow to the face. Is 14 to hit.
That's gonna hit, and that's 3D.
3 damage.
So yeah, he's pretty bloodied up now. Like his nuts are swollen, you know. Been elbowed across the brow, you know.
Take the L guy. Go home.
25 gold. Persuasion check. Persuade. Or if you want to intimidate him,
15. Ooh.
you could also intimidate him. Depending on how you want to phrase it. Like, go home, buddy, or go home, motherfucker. Like,
I'm gonna intimidate, but
Alright.
instead I'm gonna say, how about you give me 5 gold and I let you leave? And that is 17.
That's awesome.
yeah, he's gonna go over to a couple of the people that he's already knocked out in the tavern fight and dig through their pockets and find enough gold to give you 5 gold.
There you go. The real champion knows when to walk away.
He nods and sore loser though. He kind of like grumbles as he leaves.
Put a steak on your balls.
All right.
And what? Triboar?
We need to see those friends first.
Yeah.
Of mine.
Oh,
So I know where they are, right? So, or how to get a hold of them. Or
Roll.
where would I be going?
Roll me an investigations on. You like pull out the piece of paper and roll me investigations on it.
11.
Okay, you know that it's in not a very nice part of town. Most Harper hideouts. This parchment is, cheap parchment. You know roughly where to go to get there,
Okay.
but it might take some
I'm gonna
further
say the,
investigations to get dialed in.
Okay. Where we have to go is not the nicest part of town, so keep your wits about you, and we'll head off to wherever that is.
Yeah,
Shocking,
everybody
yeah,
roll
shocking.
me a survival check, and we'll see what happens along the way.
Now, what is that feature that I have? I
We're
know
at
the city very
21.
well, and I can get us places faster.
Okay.
Is it urchin? John?
Urchin, yeah.
Yeah, urchin.
I got a 21.
You got a 21,
18.
18, and you have urchin. I think that's enough. I think that's enough. We don't have to make the paladin roll for survival. He's following you guys, following the people who know their way around the city. So yeah, you find your way to kind of the back end of Helm's Deep, or not Helm's Deep. Jesus Christ, Lord of the Rings will sue us if I say that again. Helm's Hold and little shady parts of town. And you do see, people in alleyways watching you as you walk by, like talking to themselves. You guys kind of stand out here a little more than you did in the main city. What do you do once you get there?
Do I see anyone I know? Do I see the girl from the bar?
Roll me a whatever, if you want to do a perception or if you want to do an investigation, whatever you think your character would.
We'll do a perception.
Yeah.
He's watching every single
Yeah,
face as he walks.
I like
through.
that. Yeah.
21.
Yes, you do see her. Yes, she's right outside of a well. She's standing next to a well. She's looking at a mirror at herself, and you see her talking, like what seems to be to herself.
She's talking to herself.
Yeah.
Let's see. I'm just gonna walk up to her and say, "Hello.
She
I think we have
panics.
some mutual friends."
She panics and puts down the mirror and quits talking and says, "What did you hear?"
I flash her the note that's in my hand. I
No.
believe you left something.
What did you hear just now? You didn't hear me?
I didn't hear anything.
Kind of like looks over your shoulder, like to the rest of your party. You brought friends?
Yes, these are some companions of mine.
Roll a persuasion.
That is a 24.
Oh yeah, okay.
Jesus
so
Christ.
what do you say to her to persuade them that your friends, your companions are reliable?
Oh God.
Yeah,
What
put
did
you on the
say?
spot there. Put me on the spot all night, guys.
These are some companions that are with me. They're here for my protection. As I'm sure you know, I might need it right now.
She nods in agreement, kind of looking at Brew first, of course, and then over to the strong paladin. But then the oddball out, kind of looks at the cleric, the cleric of Moonbow, kind of really innocent, and goes, "Even her?"
Yes, even her. She's more powerful than she seems.
Did you hear that, Melara?
That's right.
Get it, girl.
All right, so you basically persuade her to reveal a little bit more about the message. Her intentions were to tell you a little bit about your past. She speaks in cryptic terms, revealing that the Harpers have been watching your efforts to dismantle these conspiracies that you've been involved in now.
Can I play with something with that? We know thieves can't, so I mean, she could speak in that kind of code, right?
Yeah,
And I'd
yep,
understand it,
yeah,
but
yeah.
okay.
So she talks about Florin, your companion, your old companion that you did your heist with or whatever. His name has come up in whispers, and that he may still be alive, imprisoned by those who once were his allies, working in the shadows.
What prison?
Um,
Do we know?
She promises that more can be learned, but only if you trust her.
I'll say, why should I trust you?
Because it wasn't just him that was found. Some of your partner's score, of course, was also acquired. And we might happen to know where that is, too.
If you can help me earn your trust, I would like to know more. What can I do? Or what can you do?
Yeah, basically, he's gonna put you onto the fact that there's a lot of there's a lot of trade routes that have been disrupted, but there are trade routes that have been completely unbothered. There have been rumors about like dark caravans out there that have undead crew. We need more information.
I'm
on
dead, you
this.
say?
All right. I've heard of some of this.
What are you guys talking about?
It's all talk to thieves can.
How can I find more? Where can I go to
We think they're talking
get
about
some
like
help with this?
bugs and cats for some reason.
All roads right now point to Triboar.
That's perfect. That's where we're headed.
There's a lot
I
going on.
know that word.
Now, would I know? I'm gonna ask a question, but would I already know this? So I don't want to be stupid. But is there people in Triboar that I would know that are there with the Harpers that may help? Would I already know that, or can I ask that?
This is where you find out that there
Okay.
are Harpers in Triboar.
All right.
This
Is there any
is-
support? Yeah, for
Yeah,
us in Triboar.
She gives you a small little like rendezvous point, piece of paper with a rendezvous point on it, written in code. And we'll get there when we get there about that.
All right. I'm trusting you with this info. We'll find out in Triboar, I guess. And I'm gonna toss her palm her a 1 gold piece. Thank you.
She snatches it up and bites it and sees that it's real and then puts it in her pocket. She doesn't even trust your gold. Okay.
So I'm going to turn to them and say, looks like we have more business in Triboar than I thought. And I look at Brew and say, would you like to head there now?
Yeah.
How about everyone else?